everybody. Thank you again for joining us at our CEO Insight series presented by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce. My name is Catherine Harrington, the very proud president and CEO, and we are here today with Annie Brandt, market executive with Bank of America. So I am so excited that you're here today, Annie.
Thanks for having me.
This is amazing. So I am so impressed with you, with Bank of America, with everything that you're doing. Tell us about Bank of America in Iowa.
So we have been serving Iowans for almost 130 years, since 1895. That was our predecessor bank. And then across the country, we've been serving clients for more than 240 years. But I'm really proud of our strong legacy here in the state of Iowa. Yes. And our purpose is to make financial lives better through our focus on responsible growth. If you've ever heard our CEO, Brian Moynihan, speak, you've heard him talk about our focus on responsible growth, which is we must grow, no excuses. We have to remain committed to our clients. We need to grow within our risk framework, and we need to have our growth be sustainable, which includes being a great place for our team to work, operational excellence and driving operational excellence, and then most importantly, I think, is sharing our success with our communities that we serve.
Wow. Well, you do a great job at that, and you are very, very giving to the community. I've been part of some of those wonderful presentations, so I just thank you so much for supporting the community. So as market executive, what does that mean? What's your role? I know you're a superstar. I just went to an event and you were like superstar status, so tell us more about the role that you serve.
So I get to wear a lot of different hats. I feel like I have found the perfect job for me. I get to help lead our leadership team and drive the strategy for the bank here in Iowa. I get to help lead our philanthropic programming, so that's the event that you're referring to. We get to share about all the great things our nonprofit partners are doing in the community. And just my three main focuses are delivering for our clients, delivering for our community, and delivering for our colleagues.
Okay, love it. Okay, so let's talk about your community giving, because at that event you were recognizing a lot of nonprofits that you support. So tell us about your philosophy around supporting and giving back to the community. It's very deep.
Well, we believe that the role our nonprofits play is key to how our communities thrive. And we here in Iowa focus on 4 different things. So small business resiliency, affordable housing, health, which includes food security, access to health care, and workforce development. So those are the 4 kind of guiding principles as we think about what nonprofits we have partnerships with and how we're able to deploy our resources.
All important, very important for the community. So thank you for helping keep the
I kind of joke that those 4 pillars kind of encompass everything. You can fit anything underneath those pillars. So.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you know about how much you have given over the last year? I'm sure it's a substantial
I do.
amount.
In fact, now that we're at the end
we're at
of
the
the
end
year, we just announced to our leadership team yesterday, in fact, that our total giving, that includes our sponsorship dollars, our grants, our different signature programs, and then our employee giving and our company match is just under $827,000 for 2022.
Gosh.
So really proud of that.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Well, also a plug, we want to say thanks to Bank of America for being our exclusive pitch partner for the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit. So save the date for April 20 and 21 of 2023.
Just around the corner.
Just around the corner. I know. So that pitch competition is incredible, and thank you for being our partner in that.
Thank you for bringing that to West Des Moines. It is that event alone, I have heard other people talk about, and I feel like I have spoken about that more than anything else that we've been involved in. You're doing great things here, and we're so happy to be a small part of it.
Oh, well, it takes a team, volunteers. We have a lot of committees that make that lift happen, right? So, and a lot of sponsors. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. So let's talk about your diversity, equity, inclusion work, which is very, very significant. Bank of America has really made a statement saying this is really key and important to us. So tell us about your work in that area.
So we have a company-wide commitment to addressing inequality through advancing economic opportunity across diverse communities. And we feel like that is key to our role in society. And we know that by partnering with nonprofits, academic organizations, other businesses, government entities, that we can drive progress and create more opportunities for all people. So that's kind of the big picture. Diversity, equity, inclusion is a strong part of our culture at the bank and has been for many, many years. And Heidi Parkhurst, our market president, and myself are working really hard to bring that culture and make it just as strong here in the metro and across Iowa. One of the things that we're doing that I'm really excited about at the beginning of this year, we were trying to think, okay, how can we take some of these global resources that we have and bring them here locally? And as you know, over the past year or two, many different chief diversity officers, DEI executives have been named here in the metro, which is fantastic. It's needed, and those people, while they might be new to their roles, are definitely not new to the DEI work space. But we decided to partner with Paradigm for Parity, which is a nonprofit based in New York City, and their number one focus is gender parity, but they also provide extensive resources for DEI executives and CDOs across the country. So Sandra Quince, the CEO of Paradigm for Parity, is a loaned executive with Bank of America, so we're working with her, and we have 5 local chief diversity officers and DEI executives here that we've brought together to form our first cohort. We've offered them membership to Paradigm for Parity so they can have access to all of those resources. And then we're also connecting these 5 CDOs here in Iowa to our Bank of America alumni that have moved on from Bank of America and are chief diversity officers at other organizations across the country, so that they can lean in and add some expertise. And I'm sure they will also learn from our Iowa DEI executives. But that just kicked off on November 30th. And we're going to be convening that group a couple of times over 2023. And the hope is at the end of 2023, we have a big event where we can invite all of our community leaders and business leaders together to hear from our 5 CDOs and hear how they're making a difference here in Iowa.
Oh, I love that.
So stay tuned for that.
That is so neat. So this is your first cohort.
It is,
so,
yes.
Well, I know Renee Hardman, when I saw her the other day, she was like, oh my gosh, it's so great to be part of this.
We're so
I know
glad to
she's
have her
thrilled,
leadership.
And Angela Jackson, who's our board chair, so that's incredible.
Yes.
So it's education, it's really accelerated tools, it sounds
Yes.
like, that not everybody has access to.
There's a lot of, there are so many resources that Paradigm for Parity has that these executives can take advantage of, from off-the-shelf programs to, they have something called Women on the Rise. So as a member of Paradigm for Parity, you can nominate a diverse female within your organization that is up-and-coming talent, and they get to go to New York for a conference with Paradigm for Parity, and that's covered under the membership. So these 5 CDOs will get to nominate somebody from here in Iowa to go represent in New York. And last year was the first year, or I should say this year, it was at the beginning of this year, was the first year they did it in person in the past couple of years. And there were only 25 people that were nominated and went, so I'm really excited for there to be some strong Iowa representation.
My gosh, that's incredible. So it has a ripple effect to helping even more people, which they'll bring that knowledge to their communities.
Absolutely.
And Renee Hardman is one of our city council women, so I'm sure she'll bring that to the city.
And the first thing that all 5 of these Metro CDOs said was, can we invite more people? Because there certainly are more than just the 5 of them. And so my dream is that this group of people will continue to grow, and they'll bring others into the fold, and we can continue to lend resources. We don't necessarily need to be the driving force behind it, but we can offer whatever thought leadership that we have or additional resources.
That's incredible. What are some other programs that you have in the DEI space? Because I know you have quite a few. So what are some of your other things that you're doing?
Number one, I would say, are our employee resource groups. So we have 11 different employee resource groups. We have the Black Business group. We have the Latino, it's called Hola. We have LEAD, which is, I'm not going to remember what the acronym stands for, but it's our Women in Leadership group. So our ERGs is our number one space that kind of drives that culture from the ground level, grassroots efforts. And then there are little pockets of pop-up things like our Chief Diversity Officer Roundtable that make sense for local markets. And we partner with the Tory Burch Foundation for Leading Women in Business and their symposium that they have annually. It's a different program that we help underwrite. I feel like I could go on and on with different programs that we have in that space.
That's incredible. So if I'm a nonprofit, how do I get involved with Bank of America?
Yes.
Obviously you have your pillars, affordable housing, healthcare, food and security and such, but how can I kind of get involved and reach out to you?
So there's a couple of different ways. We have volunteer opportunities. If you have volunteer opportunities as a nonprofit, we would love to participate. And then also we have 2 RFPs throughout the year where you can apply for grant funding. And our first one will be in January, so anyone is able to apply. You go to www.bankofamerica.com/foundation. And it is an open application once that RFP opens. I believe it's January 15th. That actually might be a Sunday, so the 16th is when that RFP opens for the first round, and then June will be our second round.
Okay, good to know.
Yes.
Good to know, because we have a lot of outstanding nonprofits in our region.
Yes.
And so, thank you for all your support. That's incredible of the community. That's amazing. So Annie, you're a dynamo, clearly. You have found like your dream job, it sounds like, and I know that in my heart. So you're an executive, a lot of people look up to you. So what's maybe some advice that you would maybe give your younger self if you had to
Let me count the ways. I would love to talk to my younger self. I think one of the first things that I would tell my younger self, or anyone that is just starting in their career, is it does not have to be a straight line. I very much was like, okay, I'm going to go to college, and then I'm going to get a job, and then I'm going to work up whatever ladder is within that job, and that can be a tough row to hoe. And so over the past, really just recently, the past couple of years, I have found that I can also create what that path looks like. It can be winding, and this is career specific, but if I say, well, I'm really good at this and I really like this, there might not be a job description for it, there might not be a job opening for it, but could I start doing some of this work, and it'll open other doors and avenues. So there doesn't have to be just one straight line.
Yeah, I love
that. Was a hard lesson to learn, but
interesting. I love that a lot. That's fabulous. Well, we have a lot of young professionals that are part of our chamber. We have the largest YP group in the state. So for those of our young professionals watching, that's great advice. Doesn't have to be the straight line path. So.
We are so lucky to have the West Des Moines Chamber. It is, I am continually impressed by the programs that you have available and the things that you're doing, and you really are a leader here in the Central Iowa community. So thank you for all that you're doing.
Well, it takes a team.
And we've
got an expert team. Oh my gosh. Tom Florian's behind the camera right now. So we've got an amazing team. So we don't do these things alone, and it takes a community, it takes you, Bank of America supporting the great programming that we're doing. So it's really a group community effort. So we could not do this work alone. There's no way. So I love it. Well, I really appreciate you being here, Annie.
Thanks
this
for
was
having
so
me.
fun. I
Great.
learned a lot as well. So I just really appreciate you watching our CEO Insight series, and watch for future episodes where we will talk to other great leaders like Annie. So have a wonderful day, and go West.